I'm so glad that you could join with me today. My basket O cards ready for prime pulling. Let's see what we've got there. We're just gonna do a little bit random today because I feel like there's some different messages here for individuals. We have some recent disappointment. So a situation didn't unfold exactly the way that you thought it would. You were really hoping for a different outcome, and yet you also understand that this is the kind of test that Spirit was trying to offer you. Like, out of all these situations and out of all these things that you've overcome already, and you've done so with so much grace, there's still that that slight bump in the road is frustrating, and we don't want to feel it, and we know that it's a part of the process, and we're getting so good at just rolling with the punches. I'm getting that this is just like boop boop, and you just kept on going, and just you're feeling the flow of the energy. And it's not to say that it's not going to be frustrating at times, and it's not to say that we're not going to feel and experience those difficulties, but you're doing such a beautiful job just letting these little things go. They're not affecting you in the same way that they used to affect you. And Spirit is so proud of you for that work that you're doing, because this is the energy, this is the alignment, this is the peace. If something breaks or you try to fix it and the fix doesn't hold, or something, or you realize that you should have did something a little bit differently, but it's like too late to go back. And you're just like, it's a learning process. It's a learning experience for me. I've been learning and growing, and I know that Spirit's just making room and clearing room for more alignment for me. When I have this positive outlook of what it is that's to come, and what's mine will be mine, Spirit just keeps sending it my way. It's just gifting me over and over and over again. And so I see that little bump in the road, and I go, wee! Let's have fun. It's, nobody really wants to experience a big, hard, blockage or anything in our road. But Spirit is just confirming that you are, in fact, doing a fantastic job on your journey. You are working so hard at staying in that elevated state, and thanking Spirit for those times that you're misdirected, or that you learn. Or I'm so grateful. My experience recently, I bought a part trying to fix my dryer myself. It's a very old dryer. Probably should have just given up the ghost at that point, but I was like, I can buy this part. I think that's wrong with the part. It's only $20. The part is like 2 weeks late. It finally shows up. I go through all this trouble of putting it back together, only to realize that it's actually another piece that's broken. And I'm like, oh, well, that's okay. All right. I spent $20 and I waited 2 weeks, but it's fine. Let me take this other thing and make it work. Because I instantly had this other solution, and I'm like, yes, I'm on my mission. I'm going to fix my dryer. And then I go and I turn it on for the first time, and I immediately smell something not good. And I'm like, okay, that has nothing to do with what I just fixed. There was another part of my dryer that was going bad. It seized up while my dryer was not being utilized. And that was the part that was actually going to go bad and start a fire. That's the thing that I was being detoured from. So Spirit's like, good job, good efforts. You're still not getting this dryer back, baby. We're trying to save you from a house fire, okay? And I just, instead of being upset and frustrated, I spent $20 and I waited 2 weeks and I got all dirty and I tore the stupid dryer apart and now it's something else. I just went, oh my God, thank goodness. Thank goodness I know right now that this thing is going to start fire and it was going to burn my house down. I would have never known that. I would have fixed the part and popped it in. If everything was smooth and that part had been replaced, the next thing that would have happened is it would have started fire because it was something different. And so I had to just look at that situation in a completely different way. And I said, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for just giving me the blessing of safety and security. $20 is nothing. It's fine. It's fine. You know what I did? I lit a candle in a safe place and I gave thanks. And then I bagged all my stuff up and I hopped in my car and I went to the laundromat. You know, it's not that big of a deal. And then I was at the laundromat. I had the joy of having conversation with some of the most wonderful people. And I got home with all of my clean laundry in just a fraction of the time. And then I went online and I looked and I found a used dryer that's not going to cost me all that much money. So, you know, sometimes we get those little disappointments and we get frustrated and we get those bumps in the road, and Spirit is like, just keep going. You're doing so good. Just keep going. Just say thank you that you have been detoured from something worse. You're still in alignment. You're still going to achieve all your goals. Everything's still happening, and it's because you have gotten so good at this. So keep going. Good job. Me too. I'm going to pull some different cards. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, we have a really wonderfully hardworking, ambitious individual out there who has some big goals, dreams, and accomplishments they're working towards, and Spirit is just blown away by your commitment to making your dreams happen. You have a very grounded expectation of what it is that you want. Like, you're not trying to accomplish something that's way out in left field and it's completely unbelievable. And Spirit's actually like, not only is it like, good job, because you've put yourself in alignment with that realization, and it's more than enough to fulfill you and make you feel exactly like you wanted to feel. But I'm also getting, dream bigger. There's more. I know it seems like when we come up with these manifestations, when we have these dreams and these goals and we want to accomplish something, we set it into motion with very realistic expectations, because we want to be somewhere where we can be consistent, where it's sustainable, where we can maintain it. And we don't want to ask for more than we feel like we deserve. And that's where Spirit says, hey. You're a bad judge of what you deserve. You've not necessarily fully examined all of the potential and all of the options out there. There's more. So get in a little bit more detail. Make it seem a little richer. Add a little butter to it. Add a little bit more seasoning. Little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon. Give it some spice. Give it some flavor. Make sure that it's fully embracing all that you deserve and all that you truly are passionate about, and it really recognizes you. And then say to Spirit, more than I have ever anticipated. Because I can see this, but Spirit is up here and Spirit sees so much more. I want to allow Spirit to show me more than I ever anticipated. Show me what's possible, not what I think is possible, but show me something truly miraculous and amazing, because I do deserve it, and I don't know what that is. I can't perfectly visualize and feel exactly. I've never been there before. So I want to allow Spirit to guide me in these ways, even beyond the distance that I've brought myself. I want to trust it, and I want to push it a little bit farther. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to do one more pull. I've got one over here. And I feel I want to put we got 2 here as well. Wow, it's such a powerful message here as well. So this is our new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Look at that Hierophant. There is so much more that you have learned that in this very short period of time than anyone would have ever expected. You've just been taking it in and processing and using your lessons and using your gifts and continuing to push and do more and more and more with that. There's always going to feel like you're taking a risk or you're going beyond, but Spirit's actually showing you here that these are very calculated risks, and even like it feels risky, but Spirit's always seen these opportunities for you. This has always been something that's been in the cards for you. This has always been a possibility for you. And you're coming from a very, very difficult place. You're coming from a place where you didn't ever expect to find this level of fulfillment and happiness for yourself. It's now something that's so much more obvious to you. It's very clear now that you know what you're destined for. You know that there's greatness for you. You know that there's love and beauty all around you. And so you've been willing to really put yourself out there and do the things that you need to do. You've been speaking your mind. You've been holding your boundaries. You've been separating yourself from situations that you don't belong in. You've been clearing that clutter out. You went and took all them nudges to clean that closet out and get back into your art, finish up all these projects, wrap them up before the end of the year, because you've never felt so motivated to being this next level of self, to accomplishing your goals. You've never felt so secure, so stable, that these taking risks are only in the appearance of others. Other people would think that it's a risky situation, or what do you put all your cards in one basket? I do, because I believe what I'm feeling. I believe what I know is true. And it hasn't failed me yet. It absolutely hasn't failed me yet. It's always taken me to where I need to be. It's always looked out. Spirit has always provided in ways that I never expected. And it's because of my spiritual connection. It's because of my trust. It's because of my ability to reach out for help, to ask individuals for guidance, for advice. I think there's a big role here in another individual. I'm getting a wiser person in this realm has actually been very helpful to you, or will be helpful to you in making those next steps. But that journey is all interplaying out right now. It's all happening. There's some pieces of it that you don't necessarily see yet, but they're falling into place. And you know this. You finally feel like, I'm getting the hang of this. I am. Nobody's going to be perfect at it. And there's a lot of learning, ups and downs. And there's going to be situations that you thought you had a better grasp on. And it kind of threw you for a loop. And, we like the surprises. It keeps us alert. It keeps us always striving for more. But the message here is very clear that it's not as risky as people might think it is. It's exactly what you were supposed to be doing, and it feels like it's close because it is. And that's what's motivating you, and that's what's keeping you on this journey. It's been wonderful visiting here with you today. I would love to do some personal readings. If you are looking for any specific guidance, please reach out. All of my readings are done by donation, but in that regard as well, your shares or your referrals and recommendations are just as valuable to me. So I would love to hear from you. Additionally, I would love the opportunity to be able to go live on TikTok, and I am steadily chucking away at that number, but I've got to get up to 1K followers. So if you're hearing my call, if you're here for this video, please give me a follow. Do that support from the ground up for me too. I would love to be able to share more of my messages from Spirit with you all. Thank you so much.